Because they would have did that if they think she had any type of value. Other teams gonna see that she's 3 for 3 from situations where people walked away from her. At some point, the league gonna walk away from you. At some point, they'll feel like you more trouble than what you're worth. As talented as Kennedy Carter is. So we couldn't do a sign and trade because there's no trade value to sign and trade her for. That's just like taking an old lamp to a pawn shop. Who wants it? I mean, we just gotta be honest here. And so at the end of the day, when it comes to Jewel Lloyd, it's not gonna take the third pick. It's most likely gonna take the 10th pick and maybe a 2026 pick swap, and maybe you throw in Rachel Banner. Because she has low trade value too.
That's
because
facts.
you know why she has low trade value? Because she knows she can't go back to Seattle.
They
And
know
Seattle
she
knows
won't
she
out.
can't.
That's why.
And
Somebody
Seattle knows
said
she
Jewel
can't go
Lloyd
back
got.
there.
Hold on. Somebody causing confusion. Somebody just put in the chat and said Seattle just released Jewel Lloyd. Come on now. Somebody verify that. Somebody verify that for me, please.
No,
All right, go.
no, they didn't release her.
Go ahead, Duvall. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. My thing is,
I'll go research. Y'all keep cooking.
my thing is, they know she can't come. They know she can't come back there. It's at a point of no return. The bridge is burned. So either she get traded or she gonna sit out. One of those two gonna happen.
Wow.
So her trade value is at the lowest it's going to be. So if she goes out and tells people, hey, or her management say, hey, I'm not going nowhere but the sky, she got all the leverage. It's just like the NBA. Those NBA players who don't have no trade clauses, or those NBA that don't have no trade clauses in their contract, they still tell teams that, hey, I only want to play here. And so the teams that know that they only want to play at that location, they give up the lowest trade value they could get to get that particular player because they know that person got all the leverage. Jewel Lloyd got all the leverage in this situation. So the best that I see Seattle can get from the sky is, okay, I give you the 10th pick. We could pick swap 2026. I give you Rachel Banner. So they'll feel good about the situation, but they know they're not going to get the full trade value for Jewel Lloyd because at the end of the day, she don't want to be there. And you can't force somebody to be at the place that they don't want to be. And especially with this league of rival, she can sit on $250 million and sit out a year. She don't have to play this year. She got max money equivalent to what the WNBA is paying now. Is that correct?
The problem is Chicago Sky ain't the only team that can go after Jewel Lloyd, though.
But
other teams got pieces that they can offer too to get her. Chicago ain't the only team that has something to offer.
But that's true.
Right,
but you
They
got
gonna do what's in
trade
the best
value.
interest for the Seattle. You know
But-
what I mean? They gonna do what's in the best interest of they ball club. They not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Just give her to Chicago just because that's where she want to go.
Now,
Thank you, AD.
AD,
Thank you.
I agree with you. If it's straight logic, if it's something that makes sense. But if a player say, "Hey, I'm not going nowhere but the sky," either you trade me, I'm gonna sit out. What you gonna do? Not get nothing for her? Because she can sit out and just walk for free. Because like I said, the whole free agency league, everybody gonna be a free agent in 2026. It's not like she got 3-4 years on her deal. She got one year on her deal.
Right.
So
Just
she
got
can say,
1
"Hey,
year left on that
trade me
deal.
to the sky, or I'm sitting out. What you gonna do?" So you gonna take what the sky gonna give you. That's just like if I go to a food bank and the food bank say, "Hey, this is all I got." Either you gonna eat that or you gonna go hungry. What you gonna do?
Right.
You better eat what they gonna give you.
Yeah, that's fact.
So that just you can't just think like logic. You right, AD, but you gotta think about like you gotta put yourself in position like the NBA, how the NBA players is operating. The WNBA players don't operate the same goddamn way. This is the new era, a new generation of men and women that think differently than how we thought back in the day. There's no loyalty anymore. There's no respect your elders and respect authority. Now it's I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. What you gonna do about it?
I see a good point in the chat right now talking about she ain't gonna get that Nike bonus if she sit out. Which she was real mad about this year, why she brought up this whole situation about them bullying her and all that, and she didn't get her bonuses and stuff. She had a real issue with that.
But
She definitely ain't getting it if she sit out.
But
She
this-
done already
you know-
lost money.
But I'm gonna
You
say
know
the
what
one
I'm
last
saying?
thing. I'm gonna get out the way, Lakeisha.
I'm
But
just
this
saying,
the
but no, you have
But no.
you have a valid point though.
But it's the difference. See, when our rival is in the situation now, she making up that money. And with the 2026 CBA, because of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, oh, that money gonna boom. She ain't gonna miss that knocking money no more. She good on that. That's why if you take it to the NBA, Remember when the NBA organization that draft you could give you that 5-year deal? And now players say, you know what? I go somewhere else and go where I want to live at and take the 4-year deal and get the rest of the money in sponsorships. That's how they can make up the difference. And that's the same thing with the WNBA. Because it's just on Rival League, she can like, okay, keep that money, Nike. I get this money when on Rival, and then when the 2026 CBA comes up, I get the money there and get money in sponsorships. So I'm good. You know what I'm
So
saying? My
you feel
teammate
as
would be
if
Adrian Reed. She'll tell me how to get this money.
you feel as if Seattle did not. They don't want to have nothing to do with Kennedy.
No, I don't think no team gonna want anything to do with Kennedy. I'm gonna just be honest about it. It's not her talent. They're gonna feel like it's 3 for 3 of teams that do not want her for whatever reason. And the Chicago Sky got more information as far as her behavior and things that she does behind the scenes that we do not have at this moment. Only thing we do have is what Julia Post said and what what's her name, Aaron Constable said in the newspapers. That's the only thing we have. That's the
You
only
think
information
Kennedy
we have.
gonna be on the lineup this year coming up? You don't think nobody gonna take her?
I don't think so. I think at some point she's gonna be son non grata. I don't want that because she's a talent.
This coming season, do you think she's gonna be a part of somebody's roster?
I don't know. I really
don't.
I
will say this, AD, piggybacking off of what Duval is saying. The way this has been going on like this, it's just mind-boggling to me that if Chicago could get a trade for her, why would they let her go for free?
Right. You got a point.
That's stuff that we don't know, man.
Unless they have went out there and talked to people behind the scenes, because you know GMs do that. They talk to people behind the scenes, and every team has told them no. I mean, who let somebody go for free? Because I'm telling you now, I don't let nothing go for free. Not if it got value.
Nah, not as a franchise, not no organization. I mean, come on now.
If we was GMs, we all have the answer.
She would have been.
I'm just waiting.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna get out the way. She would have been blackballed this year if it wasn't for Teresa Weatherspoon. You know what I'm saying? Champion her behind the scenes, and even then she had to come in with certain what they call it, restrictions and certain rules she had to follow in order to stay on the team. That's why she had to come in and go off the bench initially. She's not a bench player. She's a starter.
You know what though? They gonna.
He muted. I think he muted.
We lost you, AD.
You muted.
Hold on, AD. We don't hear you.
AD, we don't hear you, AD.
We didn't hear nothing.
My fault. I said my fault. I said the Sky is gonna devalue her. These other teams know it. They gonna let her get devalued, and they gonna come snatch her up for little or nothing. No, we don't want her. We don't want her. We gonna wait and see what you're gonna do with her. Y'all ain't gonna offer her nothing. Okay, go ahead. Don't offer her nothing. We don't want her though.
I've been
As soon as you don't make no offer to her, is she available? That's when they gonna slide in and offer her. Cause she's gonna trust me, she's wanted. They may be downplaying it so they can get her for less than what you know what I mean? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
AD,
I hope so, because I want her to play.
It's a smear campaign. He's the
I want her to play.
Everything.
I'll wait.
Go ahead,
Bro Claude. We see you, Bro Claude. We got you. I don't know.
I'll wait.
But hold up. Before I get started, before Bro Claude comes in here, I addressed some housekeeping things before we started off the show, right? So, like I said, moving forward, for people that just now coming in, moving forward, the people on the panel, we're going to let everybody get their points out, right? We're not going to talk over nobody. We're not going to be cursing. We're not going to use profanity. We're going to keep everything clear, clean, and concise, right? So everybody has an opinion. Everybody opinions are valued. We're not going to disrespect nobody. We're going to let everybody get their opinions out, and we're going to let everybody pop off. But we're going to do it respectfully so everybody can hear what everybody got to say, because like I've always said, everybody on the panel has great knowledge and has great things that they have to say, and they want to give their opinion on. So we got to let everybody get their takes off. I just wanted to clear that up. All right, go ahead. Now it's on you, Bro Claude. Do your thing.
Hear me. All on the panel. The first issue I want to address is that, yes, Sister Tony, you got your perspective, but I got my facts. And what I told y'all about Jude Lloyd, don't play with her. Don't play with the mamba, because she gonna show you the value of her in this 303. That's one. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Now, my Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter is wanted all over the WNBA. Yes. That's a fact. We not gonna play with it, Duvall. Yes, they do have her. From what I'm hearing, they even have her throwing the tantrum on film backstage in the locker room. From my sources, I got some recent sources. I was out, which KSAP know I was out yesterday, all day yesterday, and I was just trying to find out what is really going on. So I went to my cousin's house after we worked. I ain't gonna put which cousin it is, but there is sources that say her throwing a tantrum is on film. It's on footage. That's a fact. So let me tell you why it matters, Key. The narrative has already been put out, not by the Chicago Sky, by the Dream and the LA Sparks, that she's hot to handle. And in China, she's already had fights prior years in China. So we're not going to play with this, Key. It don't mean nothing to you because it don't mean nothing to me. I'm from the hood. But the white tea people, it means something to. And them the ones that has the money. See, the white tea people didn't sign Chicago artists in my city, Sister Key, because they were scared of us, the gang banging. That's right. We known for affiliation and also clapping back. This is what we known for. So you didn't find those executives in hip hop messing around here all the way to the late 2000s right now to mess with Chicago. And look at what, because they predicted what happened with the drill music was going to happen back then in the 90s. So they didn't let us in the game like that. P had to come and save us. You got what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that actual facts. Don't think that nobody wants Kennedy Carter. She's the leading scorer for the second year in China. Don't stop. That's Duvall. That's madness. They see her production. Right. They see her production. Right. What it is her attitude. What it is that she has the temperamental problem that they do not want to deal with. The narrative is out. When people talk about you with their friends and, you know what I mean, and colleagues, and, you know what I mean, it's called, you know, Brooklyn don't like the word, but it's called blackball. And if you don't think blackball is true and real, well, keep living, baby, like my grandmama said. Keep living. I'm going to just tell you that Kennedy Carter is worth every dime that she gets and more to this league. Is she the top guard in the league? No, she's not. No, she's not. She don't put out the production that Jewel Lloyd does. But she would be able to. Well, she will. She's younger. Yes, she's younger. Yes, she has a little bit more to grow in her character. But I would not accept the disrespect. I'm going to listen to you. And I'm not saying you're wrong. But let's not play games. Like, this girl is Kobe's protege that's in this league. Y'all tried to disrespect. I'm not saying they're on the panel, but y'all tried to disrespect Kobe when he was on the court. Y'all tried to really see. You don't know, Keys. I don't think, or you remember, Key. They tried to disrespect AD. No, they tried to disrespect Kobe while he was on the court. 5 years before he even retired. Man, y'all, listen. Y'all got to understand here. Maybe you don't want Jewel Lloyd and you don't feel like that's a good piece. I could roll with that. But don't talk about nobody production. Because she produced more than just anybody that's in the league. It was a situation, like K-Sap said, that happened in Seattle. It was a situation. And if you want to call her so, I beg to differ because her cousins and her brothers is gangbangers. They right here in Chicago with me. She ain't scared of nobody. I know that. That's a fact. I know she's not. So, therefore, I would say Chicago Sky is playing their part. It's a chess game. It's a chess game. But they do have her own footage. I just want to put it out there. Allegedly. Footage. Allegedly, Sister L, of her throwing a tantrum in the back. I don't know what day or what time or when it happened, but it's footage of her getting busy in the back. That's it. I leave.
All right, great point, man. Let me get Zoe in here. What up, Zoe?
Hey, can I say this real quick, K7 before on Zogo? Because on the game you talking about, Bro Clark, is the Connecticut Sun game when you can hear the chairs in the background.
I don't know what it is. My cousin told me they do have on film.
All right, Zoe, we got you. What up?
What's going on, everybody? What's up, panel? What's up? What's up, babe? What's up, Sam?
What up, Sam?
What's Sam?
You know what?
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. Look. We be making these conversations so drawn out.
Yeah.
Every time I hear this conversation, there's another speculation. There's some additives. It's like we building the house, man. It's like we keep adding the bedroom on. At some point, the house got to be done. Like, why can't it just be what it is? Why can't it just be Jeff don't see Kennedy Carter in the future? Why can't it just be Jewel Lloyd gonna do what Jewel Lloyd does? Blackballing is a thing. So when you think about sports, right? As fans, we can say what we want to say. We can say what tier we got a player on. But GMs, they have their own tiers. Like it's the Good Boys Club. They have their own tiers of where players fit. Certain players, no matter how we feel about them, can't do certain things. No, I don't care if I'm from New Orleans. We don't know what it is. Bro, Claude, we don't know what it is. But to them, you can't do certain things. And let's be honest here. Kennedy Carter was on a short leash with the entire league, no matter how we feel about her, no matter how many points she can score. You can't have GMs are looking at it like you can't have players like Kennedy Carter running amok. No matter if we feel let her speak her piece. She ain't saying nothing. If she ain't cursing nobody out, it's different in the locker room. It's different for visuals. You can't have people in certain tiers doing certain things because people that are in their tier that are lesser than that fans might not even talk about, you're giving them the say-so and the yes to do those same things. Because there's players that are on Kennedy Carter's level that we don't talk about because nobody's fans of them. Let's be honest about this. Kennedy Carter isn't tier 1, so you can't have a tier 1 attitude. If Asia Wilson had that attitude, she could go get away with it. If Angel Reese went into the locker room and we losing, she's the cornerstone. Kennedy Carter was on a short leash from the get-go. And I believe the only reason she was there, it wasn't Jeff. I believe it was Teaspoon. It wasn't Jeff. So without Teaspoon there, when we're building out a roster, who is speaking for her? Nobody. If Teaspoon isn't there speaking for her, and that isn't Jeff Hire in the first place, Teaspoon, nobody's speaking for her. So it might seem weird to us that maybe Jeff don't want to get anything back for her because we feel like she's a commodity. We're fans. GMs might not see her like that. There's a lot of players that get blackballed. We hype about it for 1 year and we forget about it the next. I can go through history, men and women. There's been 1,000 players that we've hyped up for a year because they was on our team. They get blackballed from the league. We talk about it for a year, and when that championship happens, we forget about them. It's just what sports is. At the end of the day, all the hoopla, like we keep adding bedrooms on, man. We got a 3-story, 16-bedroom, 5-bath house right now with this whole Kennedy Carter situation. Why can't it? Why can't it just
Kennedy? I mean, we see her value as a player. That's why.
But you're not the GM.
I mean, I know I'm not the GM, but I see I can see a hooper when I see a hooper. You know, that's all I'm. You know what I'm saying? We see what she provide to the team. So we see her provide to the team, bro. That's all it is. Like if you see a baller out there balling and hooping, and you want to.
Nobody's saying Kennedy Carter's not a hooper. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is the conversation really needs to be more about how does the league view her versus how we view her, because that's where the ball drops at. Right like now, that's the you know what I'm saying? That's the shortstop of it all. Like, how does the league view her?
They're gonna devalue.
Where does she stand in the league?
They can get her for little or nothing. Is exactly what's about to happen right now. I guarantee you she'll be on somebody's roster next year. I guarantee you.
Can I?
All right, Tony got a question for Zoe.
And can I ask a question?
Get back in here.
I agree with you with whatever reputation that she has out there, because that's it. But here's my beef about it. What's the difference between BG, Diana Taurasi, Skylar, and all the others that have been fighting and going on and carrying on different teams that had to leave and go from one team to the other because she ain't the first and that she gonna be the last. So what's the difference with her?
Hey nephew, can I answer this?
No, I'm asking this for Zoe because I'm
answer this.
I'm asking for Zoe because I'm going to respond to what you said earlier. But respectfully, let me talk to Zoe first.
Okay. Hey, L.
Go ahead, Zoe. Zoe, you gonna answer that?
Girl.
Oh, okay. I'll wait. I thought Blue Cross was talking.
No.
Levels. What levels do GMs view her on? That's where the conversation starts at, because we can speculate all day long. I can make a 4-hour podcast just about speculation. Where do GMs view her at? Because we can say, again, that's why I started the soliloquy with, we can say whatever we want about Kennedy Carter because we view her in a certain light. Where do the GMs view her? Because then we just going back and forth. If it's just our viewpoints of it all, we're just going. We never go. We just gonna go back and forth.
It's all speculation. None of us are GMs here. It's all
exactly.
I'm saying.
What's wrong with that?
But I'm not saying again. I think y'all hearing me wrong. Let me clean it up. I'm not saying none of y'all wrong. I'm not saying we don't got the right to speculate. What I'm saying is, when we say this shouldn't happen, we got to put on our GM hat and think, how are they viewing her? Like the question she's asking me right now, I could give you a speculatory answer, but as a GM, what tier do they view her at? What's her responsibilities and roles that they view her in the league? What is their cachet? What have they built for the league? Like it's different categories. No matter how good a player is, there's different categories. There are players that score 30 points a game who just aren't on that tier according to what GMs and ownership views them, as far as like what their roles and responsibilities are on teams and how they build teams around.
Allen Iverson, i.e. those type of players.
I just need somebody to answer my question, and the question still has not been answered.
Y'all don't like the answer that Zoe is
giving.
No.
I'm just trying to understand because
can I answer?
I think she just wanted
to Hold up. Go ahead, Sister Tony.
We're talking about a player that yes, she has a history of problems, right? But in this league, we have had other players who have the same problem. We have seen other players fight on the floor. Other players really ready to knock each other out on the floor. one player went to Chicago Sky and broke their door down because of her temper, right? So what is the difference between these problem childs and Kennedy Carter? That's what I'm trying to understand.
And Zoe answered
I literally answered the question.
and you didn't
To
like
me,
his
it
answer.
just don't make no sense.
She don't. Can I
What
put
kind
it
of
in?
what?
Hold on,
Okay,
guys.
explain
Hey,
this.
hold on.
Lord Jesus Christ, can I finish talking before y'all just jump on me? This is why I don't like coming up here.
Well, then you okay? If you don't like coming up here, Sister Tony, I mean, I can't do nothing about that. I'm giving you the opportunity, and Zoe answered your question, and you just didn't like the answer.
It's not I don't like the answers. I'm not understanding what he's saying about this tier thing. What is this tier thing? Break it down for me, who don't understand basketball to the way you do.
Because he stated that the GMs view her different. It's about how these GMs around the league are viewing Kennedy Carter. They have different views about.
Hold on,
Kennedy
K-Sap,
Carter.
because I do got to go. Look, do you, Tony, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
And again, it's weird that I got to keep doing this because even the chat, y'all know me. I'm one of the ones. Like, I like Kennedy Carter. I'm Chicago. I'm confused at what's going on right now. Y'all like I'm attacking Kennedy Carter. I'm giving y'all a logical explanation versus the speculation.
Hold up, Tony.
I'm confused.
He's trying to talk to you, Tony. Go ahead.
So I'm asking you because of your expertise. I'm not attacking you on what it is. I'm trying to see in my mind what's the difference. Because these other players do the same doggone thing she doing, fight, do whatever, have temper and all of that, because the passion of the game. I get it, but I'm just trying to understand that, and I know you have the knowledge because you've been playing basketball prior to. I haven't played basketball in my life, right? So that's why I'm asking you. So please don't think I'm here trying to attack you.
So what I'm saying is, Tony. So I'm gonna give you an example. I'll bring it back to college. I wouldn't even talk about overseas because that's a little complicated. When I was playing college ball, they would give us a list of players. If you were a point guard, they would give you like combo guards, whatever kind of guards have your kind of play style, right? And they would be like, hey, I want you to go with this particular scout, go watch their games, tell me what you think. We bring all the information back. They have their scouting meeting, and they put all the players on the board. This is something y'all don't know. And they say, what neighborhood are they from?
I know this.
Are they two-parent households? What's their attitude with the coaches?
Yes.
What's their pedigree as far as winning on and off the court? What's their personality types? And they start grading them. 5 grade, 2 grade, 3 grade. I heard somebody, I think AD just said he kind of know about that. Like this really happens behind the scenes. Y'all don't know this, but this happens. You again, GMs have their own outlook on how they want to build teams. Kennedy Carter hasn't proven, like the others who, like you said, Donna Taurasi and whoever else kicking down doors fighting. She hasn't proven that you can put her on a team and you can build around her and win. Now, if she wants to prove that, she got to get. Look, man. You got to get along. You got to get along to get to a certain status to do those type of things. It's sad to say it, but sports is a business. No matter how much we want to sit there and click the TV on and say, "Wow, dribble the ball! Look at this play! What is this coach doing a sub?" Behind all of that facade, there's pencil pushers who have a responsibility to all these shareholders that know nothing about sports. It's the perception is reality. You got to have a good foundation, and it starts with people that are doing things that are irrelevant to sports. And that's why the speculation of fans and GMs will never match, because GMs don't work for the fans. They work for the owners who have nothing to do with the sports side of it. It is money for them. They got sponsors that come to the game. They don't want to see Kennedy Carter cutting up in the locker room. Y'all might say, yes, no, I was a fiery player. I support people in the locker room. I'm saying on live. I don't care. I was a fiery player, but they don't want to see that because they got sponsors. That's a bad. It's like a business. If you go walk in McDonald's and you see two people fighting, your customer's gonna walk out. Okay. No matter how much we think that's irrelevant to sports, to them it's not.
All right, good point.
Okay, got it.
L wants to get in on this. Don't leave just yet, Zoe, because L wants to point some things out. Go ahead, L.
Hey y'all. Thanks, KSAP.
Hello, L.
All right, so I'll try to make it real quick, Zoe, because I know you gotta go. So I agree with about 45% of what you said from the perspective of thinking like a GM and the process and how they look at players and what people don't understand about the business side of a league, right? And being a pro athlete. What I don't agree with is that there is this assumption, and it is an assumption, that GMs don't want to be bothered with Kennedy. I think that's a very dangerous narrative to put out if we don't have anything to back that up, like something really solid to back that up, because then we start doing, and I'm not talking as a fan right now, because at this point, as much as I love Kennedy and want to see her on the sky, I'm cool with her going somewhere else. Because as a anybody, black man, black woman, whatever your nationality is, no one wants to be somewhere where they're not loved and respected and appreciated, but also given grace. None of us are without exception when it comes to being a hothead, losing our temper, doing or saying something that we later regret. Some of us have had our own, reputations, right? And we wanted someone to believe that we could be better people, but there had to be right circumstances and people. Like, we don't know Kennedy. And this idea, even as much as I love Brocard and respect him, I'm cool on what your cousin shared. I don't care, because we don't know that. Something happened in the locker room, but for months now, it has been speculation about what happened, who was involved, and the why. And that's dangerous. The Sky front office is trash, in my opinion, for not addressing that and nipping it in the bud. Even if they just said something, made a very generalized statement, they left it to Teaspoon to handle. And even her response was like, well, you don't know, but what happens in the family stays in the family. Ain't that what we say? Yep. So that was the model that they adopted. So this idea that GMs don't want Kennedy because Kennedy hit checked Caitlyn because she's got a temper and all these things, and because of what she did in China 2-3, I don't give a damn. Let's talk about now. What is she doing now? Even when she hit check Caitlyn, everybody wanted to talk about this. She go again. She's a nutcase. She can't control her temper, but no one wants to talk about the action that caused the reaction. Was the reaction appropriate? No. But in that moment, you think about a time when you reacted to something hothead in that moment, you didn't think about like the bigger picture. AT straight up clothesline Angel. And nobody blinked, barely. She getting cored, she's getting offers. Nobody's talking about her in the same narrative that we're talking about Kennedy, or many people are talking about with Kennedy. So we got to be careful with this. Yes, we can speculate and put on our GM hats and think from a business perspective, but unless somebody has it on record that GMs across the W do not want to fool with Kennedy, we can't put that narrative out. It's
L Jones, can I say something?
You can just call me L.
You agree with 100%.
Hold on.
You agree with 100% of what I was saying. Technically, that's why I think y'all misconstrued what I was saying.
With all due respect, don't couple me in a group with everybody else by saying y'all. I said I agree with the majority of what you were saying, with the exception of the GM piece. You stated that the GMs are thinking this way, and that's why they don't want Kennedy, and that's where I disagree.
No, I say, how do we not know? How do we know how the viewers view her? I was giving a different perspective because we keep adding on to a house of negativity. And I was like, why do we got to build this big house? Why can't it just be these simple things of how they're viewing her? Why we got to add on all the psychology stuff? She mental. I was on KSAP channel one time. I hate when people and I don't use the word hate a lot. I hate when people give athletes this. We can't control our emotions. We're not mental. We're some of the most smartest human beings on earth of what we read, see, react to every single day. The discipline that we wake up with and go to sleep with. Like, it's a discipline to it. It's like why we gotta add all this negative stuff on. I get the speculation, and again, I'm not talking about the positive speculation of Kennedy Carter is a great player. Why they blackballing out the league? I was given the perspective of why we gotta add on all the negative stuff onto it. I wasn't talking to the people who actually support Kennedy Carter. I was talking to the people who weren't supportive of like her as an actual just basketball player and athlete. Take out all the biasness, take out all the mindset stuff that we think she do, take out all the he say. I don't believe no newspaper clippings. You show me a video and we can have a different conversation. I was talking to them. So anybody who is a supporter of Kennedy Carter, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the people who are building on to a positive house and adding negative rooms. And now we got a 3-story house and we trying to move up all these stairs and we go in a positive room, we go in a negative room, we go in a positive room. Why can't GMs just have their situation with Kennedy Carter, how they view her around the league, and why can't Kennedy Carter just have her situation as the maybe she just wants a bigger contract? That's why I'm confused that like all the extra hoopla. Maybe Kennedy Carter just wants a bigger contract. Maybe Kennedy Carter just went into their front office and said, "Hey, I don't want to be a Chicago Sky." And you're not going to say that publicly because you're trying to get a bigger contract and you already got a reputation around the league as a high head. So maybe your agent is working behind the scenes with other owners. It could literally simply be that. And Jeff is just honoring her wishes of not saying anything.
Simply be around that and not add in the narrative that she's a hothead or has this reputation. Like, that's the thing that keeps following. So I agree with you when you say, let's stop building this house with negative bricks and like every other room is negative is positive. Let's just stick to the facts. And where the facts are not evident for us, let's be careful with how we present the perspective. So the perspective could be what you just said. She went into the front office and was like, the only way I'm gonna stay with the Sky is if I get X, Y, and Z. And maybe that's the issue. That's cool. That's a different conversation than adding on the negative narrative that continues to be spewed on these channels and in this conversation repeatedly.
That's what I'm confused about. I'm confused that.
Can I say something?
Where is the?
I want to say something too.
Yeah, I want to get in.
Where's the?
Hold on, guys. Everybody gonna get a chance, man. I know everybody's eager to say something. I know this is a uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people, but we're gonna talk about it. Just give everybody a chance, man.
Now you got it. You got it, AD.
No,
hold on, AD. I know you got your hand raised, but Key been dropping links in there. She want to say something.
No, go ahead, Key.
Before Zoe gets out. So go ahead, and then we'll go to you, AD.
All right, real quick. I want to say this. Right. First of all, though I was on your page the other day, you know, I think we all love and respect you and your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we, you know, go on your page and get your breakdown. You know what I'm saying? When we're on, you know, your page and how you think. However, you know, I'm just, you know, you came up here and then in the midst of us having this conversation, you said what you, so I could see how people are misunderstanding you, and I could possibly be misunderstanding you as well, where you coming from, because you kind of just came up and you was like, I play, you know, all of that, you know what I'm saying? And your perspective is always going to be different than ours. We're just never going to be on the same level. So that might frustrate you as someone who's played basketball, because we're never going to think like you. That's not going to be the first thought. We never played like you played. I played when I was a kid, but we never played basketball. Maybe AD. I'm just saying, like, as a whole, most of the people never played on the level you played on. So we're going to do a little bit of both. And honestly, y'all, this stream is maybe our 15th stream on this topic. So y'all don't know if we put our GM hat on or didn't on, or what we said or didn't say, right? Keisha said, I'm going to cause some confusion, y'all. This is the last day, la, la, la. And that's how we got on this topic. We was talking about if Nola Henry is the right coach for the Rose. And we was speaking simply basketball. You know what I'm saying? But
blame Keisha.
Yeah, we can at the end of this. But nobody was like, well, I don't know about other, you know, what you saw Prince, but most of us was championing for her. Like, hey, we don't want to hear that negative stuff. We don't want to hear that. We don't know what happened. We don't know this or that. All we know is she's an amazing player, and we're going to stand up for her. Another thing, I think, we're not going to bring gender and race into it, but the reality is Black women, I'm not going for that. Like, I'm just not going for it. I'm not going for we about to just, she got a reputation. She's a bad person. Kick her out, la, 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 whatever. I'm not going for it. And every time I get on a platform, I'm going to champion for Angel, for Kennedy, and any other Black woman in the league. You feel me? Now, we could obviously point out things in her game that could get better, whatever the case may be, cool. And we could sit here and say who would be better for her or not, and I want to make clear just real quick, bro, Claude, I never said that Jewel Lloyd's production wasn't good. I did not say that. I said that Kennedy Carter had all games, her production likely would have been similar or higher. That's all I said. I never said Jewel Lloyd was not good. I never said we don't deserve her. All I said was that she does not solve our problem because we had another.
Hey, Keith, stay away from that. Keep talking about your Kennedy Carters, because that'll spin a whole different conversation.
I just want to make sure
let's try to get this conversation out, then we can move on.
I understand, but my point is we could do both. You know what I'm saying? We could sit up here and debunk and say, no, it seems like Jeff is doing a smear campaign. He doesn't see her as a tier 3 athlete or whatever tier Asia Wilson is on. You know what I'm saying? But she's a great player. Maybe she could get to that place if he took some time with her. We could say that. We could sit up here and say that. We could say, Diana Taurasi and, other people have done that. I get that she may not be on their star power level, but, her game backing it up. And I think, we could do something with that. We could say that. That's okay for us to say, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard nobody up here really be like, you know what I'm saying? She's I had to clarify with KSAP. I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, no, I'm not saying that about Kennedy. I'm saying it about the organization. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm sure we on the page, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say. It kind of seemed like you were a little frustrated that we not thinking exactly like you from the gate. But this is like 10 conversations in. We have talked about, okay, what do we do with the 10th pick? What do we do with this and that? We have put our GM hat on. We said, hey, she could leave and it'll be okay. We got Angel Reese. We got Angel Reese. She could leave, but we could do both. Two things could be true. Is nuance. That's what these panels are for. You know what I'm saying? Then we got you who gonna give us that basketball mindset. That's the greatest thing about these panels is the different perspectives that people could come on these lives and get from all of us. So, I feel what you were saying, but I think it's a little nuance. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that. But I'm going to stand up for Kennedy Carter every time.
All right.
So let me say this. Let me say, if AD ain't got a question for me, let me say this. AD, you had a question for me?
No, I just wanted to speak.
Let me say this. Let me say this. My tone, I was having a conversation with my pastor earlier today at church, and he was like, "You mad at me?" It's just how I talk. Like, if you've been on my pod, hey, Key, you was on my podcast the last 2 days. I opened my podcast sounding like I'm mad. Like, that's just how I talk. Like, and when it comes to women, no, Google me. No, look, a black woman gets their rent paid every month because of me. It got a black kid that's in 6th through 1st grade that get $250 a month because of me. It got black kids in my neighborhood who eat on August 10th every year free hot dogs and snowballs because of me. So nobody advocate for black women more than me. I do. Look, I tell people this all the time. I got cachet with men. I do women's podcasts. All my podcasts are about women. I could literally go do men's podcasts. I can literally bring my homeboys on. That's why my homeboys don't want to come on there. They like, well, I don't want to do no women's stuff. I be trying to get my teammates on my podcast. They be like, I don't want to do no women's stuff because I don't really know that much about their game. Look, at Tulane, I went to every women's basketball game when we was home, and we went. So I'm my mama's boy. I grew up with 4 sisters. I'm a mama's boy. So don't tell them, big girl. I just yell. That's just how I talk. Like I'm yelling right now, and it might seem like I'm being aggressive. Like that's just how I talk. And if y'all actually know what I did for a living, y'all really get it. But we'll get into that another day. But again, when I was listening to the whole stream and just, I've actually never did a Kennedy Carter podcast. So when I got on here, it might have sounded like I was talking to the panel. I was really just talking out loud because I've never actually had a Kennedy Carter podcast. So I apologize to anybody on the panel if you think I was talking about you. I just, when we was on the, because I could have been came up here, but none of that was like something I really wanted to talk about. So I was like, oh, they talk about Kennedy Carter. I've been waiting to talk about this conversation because I never did a stream on it. So when I came up here and y'all was having the conversation, I was like, great, it's a great time for me to actually just talk about it. And I'm like, it is not even just K-Sap's podcast. I'm just talking about podcasts in general. Why we keep adding on to us. I've never seen a free agent get this much speculations, like positive and like I've never seen a free agent. I've never seen when LeBron James was a free agent. I ain't see him get this much speculation. Like I've never seen all this speculation of this might be happening, that might be happening. Why it can't be as simple as maybe Kennedy Carter just wants more money, or maybe Kennedy Carter just wants a fresh start. And Jeff is probably behind the scenes. We probably bashing Jeff, but behind the scenes, he probably just like, okay, I'm gonna respect your wishes, let you go into free agency. I'm not gonna give you an offer as a restricted free agent. I'm gonna let you become unrestricted and go find you a new team. Like that's all I was saying. And it wasn't to nobody on the panel. We was having a conversation, and I just wanted to give my insight on like how I view the whole situation right now, because everybody got a different story, and I'm like, this is one woman. They got more stories for her than they got for a whole basketball team. I'm like, how's she doing all this? But they got 20 things she did in one season. I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
That's why
we respect it, man. We respect
I do. I respect it. I definitely respect it.
So Zoe, I appreciate you coming up on here, Zoe, man. I appreciate you, chiming in. Everybody got a perspective. But now let me let AD finish his point, and then we're gonna get Duvall in here. Go ahead, AD.
In the words of Nola, I agree with everything Keith said. It's like but no, on the real note. No, Prince, I agree with everything you not. I ain't gonna say everything you saying, but I understand your perspective. I understand where you coming from, looking at it, how a GM possibly and other GMs may be viewing it. But when we talking about Kennedy, you came kind of saying like, why are we even talking about her? Like, stop talking about her. That's how I took it, as like, why can't it just be this? Let's get off that subject. Why is everybody talking about it? We talking about it because that's what we do. We talk about what's going on with the Sky, and she's a major part of what's going on with the Sky. So everybody got that.
That's not what I was saying though, AD. Sorry to interrupt you, but I wasn't saying don't talk about her. That's why I gave you an example. Why we keep building a house? Why we can't just have a one-story house with Kennedy Carter?
Because everybody got different opinions on what they think.
That's all I was saying. That's why I say I wasn't attacking anybody. I was saying I wasn't saying don't talk about her. I was saying every time we bring Kennedy Carter up, we add on something negative. There's a locker room fight. There's a video now. Like there's a party she had and she didn't invite none of the Sky players.
I personally,
that's why I said I wasn't even really talking to the panel. I was saying. That's you get what I'm saying. I wasn't even. I was.
It came.
Yeah. So, you
know what I'm saying. The way that you were speaking made it seem like you talking specifically to us. Like, why are we having this conversation and adding and throwing stuff? I don't speak negative on Kennedy. Kennedy can go smack my mama, and I might be like, I want her back on the Sky. You know what I'm saying? So like, you feel me? Like, I don't speak negative on mostly on women. Period. It ain't just black women. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I advocate more for black women than anything else. I got 6 black daughters. You know what I'm saying? So like, you feel me? I'm all the way 100 gonna do what I got to do when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm never gonna speak negative on her. The way that you came across seemed like you was kind of like, let's stop talking about her, period. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it just be this? Like what you saying is end all be all. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that, bro. Like we all got
no. I'm gonna get off though, but nah. I don't even move like that. Like even people who never play professionally, I could go back and forth with them and never bring up basketball. I don't move like that.
Hey, look, I agree with a lot of what you said. How a GM could be looking at it. You made a very valid point, my brother. You probably opened up some eyes, and I agree with you. And there's certain instances I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we debate. Everybody
Yeah,
not gonna agree with everybody else's opinion. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna touch on the topics. We gonna touch on Kennedy because everybody here like the sky, and she's a big part of it. And I don't think she's gonna be a part of it no more. And I hate that, but wherever she goes, she's gonna be a problem. I know that.
She's gonna be a problem, especially
All right.
if
And
she
look,
Jewel Lloyd, if Jewel Lloyd come, I'm happy for the sky to get Jewel Lloyd. I think she's a very good player. Somebody that
pump your brakes. No, I'm playing.
all right. Hey, hold on.
I
Y'all,
just,
y'all
you know
cut
what
that
I'm
out.
saying. When
Cut
it comes to
that
Jewel
slander
Lloyd,
out. No slander allowed.
I'm
Hey.
not slandering. I do have
Stop,
something to say
Elle.
before you go. No, this is for you, like the platform. Like I know we're all adults here on the panel, on the chat. I want to challenge y'all this, and y'all, I'm talking to the chat, not the panel. When y'all are commenting, just because somebody has a difference of opinion or view doesn't mean that we can't think logically outside of being a fan with the perspective that we're sharing. That's number one. Number two, just because somebody doesn't see eye to eye on somebody with someone else doesn't mean like it's a lost hope or cause. I see y'all in the chat like, Zoe, just let it go, man, that you ain't gonna never win. No, that's not how healthy communication works. Stop that. I told Zoe the first thing I said when I opened my mouth was what?
You agree with 45% of what he said. I also said that I love Zoe and I love what he brings to the platform. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Look, L, Mr. L. Look, I'll never come up here trying to have like a winning debate. I just really give my experience perspective on it. I don't come up here and try to like win over a conversation.
No, and
that ain't even
I will stand up for Zoe, because Zoe is not that type of person. The only reason I was asking
no
you.
one said that. No, I'm talking to the people
She's
in the
talking
chat.
to the chat.
Yeah, I don't think they really said that. Yeah,
like no.
The chat is like, we're all family up here and we all learning from each other.
But it's the people that are in the chat day by day, week after week. Y'all know better.
Yeah,
y'all know us. Like, come on.
All right, hey, let me let Duvall get back in here. Everybody be itching to wanna. I know how it is, man. Everybody be itching, man. Everybody wants to get their points out. Go ahead, Duvall. But
hey, I gotta go though. But shout out my Florida brother Laval, man. I gotta go though, K-Sap.
All right,
y'all be cool though.
All right,
Look, the wife giving me the red eyes. I gotta go.
Yeah, soon as Duvall, then we'll let Sister Tony get back in here. Go ahead, Duvall.
Sister Tony, you person I wanted to talk to first. To answer your question, the reason why those other players get away with destructive and bad behavior, because those other players are Hall of Famers. So they're gonna take care of those other players because their production outweighs their behavior, attitude, and personality. Unfortunately, Kenny Carter is not in that same situation. And the best example I could give you is Liz Cambridge. Liz Cambridge was a champion with the LA not LA but Las Vegas Aces. She was just as good as Asia. I think she got drafted a year before Asia. They were supposed to be what Angel and Camilla is now. But her behavior didn't outweigh her production that she brought to the team. So they got rid of her, and then she went to the Sparks. They got rid of her again, and now she's blackballed, and she only been in the league for like probably 5 to 6 years. So these GMs, they have a determination of how much they'll want to tolerate compared to how much your production is as far as you being a player for any organization. And how much, and another conversation is how much money do you bring to the organization that adds to your value. And so one last thing with the Kennedy Carter situation is the reason why there's a nuanced conversation with Kennedy Carter and we keep adding layers every single conversation that we have with her. One is open-ended because the GM and the Chicago organization has not put a definite stamp on why they don't want her back or why do they do want her back or what's their plan for Kennedy Carter. So it gonna bring speculation because, like I said, they haven't put a stop to it. Secondly, it's gonna be an open-end conversation with Kennedy Carter because at the end of the day, somebody like Bro Clark who lives in Chicago, he has more of an insight on Chicago-like situations because he's there on the ground floor and we're not. So we're going to have to listen to his perspective because at the end of the day, he getting information that we don't get because he's in that city. And then lastly, when it comes to Kennedy Carter, why the conversation is so open-ended, because we do want to know what's going to happen next. because we don't know at the end of the day if she don't play here, where is she going to play? And is this her last stop, or is somebody going to pick her up? So there's so many layers to Kenny Carter. You can't just answer it with just a simple. You can't just put a bow on it with a simple answer. There's always going to be a nuance and a layer to the conversation until her situation get resolved.
Got you. All right, Sister Tony, you got the response to that? You said you want to say something.
No, I don't have a response to that. I'm just want to make something clear with Brocard, because I don't know why he started off with me on when he was making his thing. But let me clear this up. I don't like to have them elder players on the team, right? Over 30 stuff. But that's not the reason why I don't want Jewel Lloyd. She had an issue over at the Seattle. There was an investigation. They found out it was nothing, right? Is she going to come to the Sky with that same issue? One. And two, is she going to step back and allow Angel Reese to be the franchise player that for Chicago Sky, or is she going to have an issue with that too? That was all I said. And if the Sky want to give up everything to get Jewel Lloyd there, that's on them. Because at this point, for me, the management for Sky needs to change. They have a bad reputation, how they treat players, and every year is something that's proving everybody right. So that's what I was saying. I didn't say I don't want her, and I'm not doubting how her skills, and she can play. Yes, she can shoot. She can do all of that. Yes, I'm not taking that away from her. It's the issue that she had with Chicago, Seattle. They didn't find nothing there. Is she coming over there with this? And yes, we all know Angel's is the franchise player. Is she going to come with that issue too? She's going to have an issue with that, because we don't need issues. We already have enough. That's all I said. So maybe you didn't hear that part or what, but please, Brocard, ask before you start throwing accusations at me. Thank you.
So, Sister Tony, I would say, can I go, K-Tab?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I would say what the questions you just asked about Jewel Lloyd are valid questions, because we do know something went down in Seattle. Now we don't know exactly what went down. We know the investigation happened, and they found no wrongdoing on part of the coach about the bullying. But we all know when you start talking about bullying, it comes down to people's perception. So, but far as her fit into the Sky, those are valid questions to ask about a player that's coming from a situation that asks to be traded and asks to be out. Same thing should be asked about Satu Sabli. The same question needs to be asked. Why do you want to be out?
Ask L about that.
So what you're saying is not wrong. It's a valid question that, as an organization, we're gonna have to ask. Are you gonna be able to fit in as a veteran with Angel as our franchise player? Because she's the franchise player. So those are valid questions to ask. We can't just. And I'm a Gold Mamba fan. Y'all know that I'm a Gold Mamba fan. But these are questions if I was a GM, I would be asking, because I want to know if you're going to come up here and talk about Tyler Marshall's letting people bully people. You're right. We don't need that kind of foolishness the next year. So these are valid questions. But it doesn't take away from her production. But yes, you're right about the nuances. We have to ask those questions. So I agree with you.
Thank you, Sister Lita. But ask L about that crow.
Same thing with Satu Sabli. I will ask that same question.
You starting to act like these people that keep talking about, but Kennedy was out of the league and she got a bad reputation. Let it go. I told y'all I ate crow on Keys Live yesterday. Lakeisha and Keys Live. Now you gonna bring it up today? You already said it in the chat. Leave me be. I ate my crow. Sabli does not belong in Chicago.
You know I'm just gonna bring the jokes on, but come on.
It's messing with you now.
I forgot to add one more thing when it comes to Kennedy Carter conversation. what we also adding a nuance to the situation is the newspaper articles that coming out from Julia Pope and Kosovo. They're not just coming from them because of speculation. They're coming from they're putting out this, saying narrative with Kenny Carter because they're getting it from somewhere. They're getting it from the organization.
But
Those
Duval,
two,
that could be a smear campaign, right,
it
Duval?
could, but at the
Okay.
same time, the GM, somebody giving them that information. They ain't just making this up. They are a accredited organization. I'm talking about the newspaper company. The Chicago Times and Chicago Sun Tribune are accredited organization. So they can't just make up stuff and be put in a position where they can get sued. So somebody is giving them that information. Yes, it could be a smear campaign, but who is behind the smear campaign? So that's
Yeah,
why the kindergarten conversation is so open-ended because there's so many nuances to the conversation.
facts. But I feel like it could be Jeff though, Duval. You don't think so? Jeff could be doing
Yeah.
this. I've had a smear campaign done to me. That's why I know somebody could be putting out information that is actually not true, but because they want people to be on their side and to drop my stock, in whatever way, friendships, whatever, they put out information as a smear campaign. So that's all I was just saying. They are an accredited newspaper, but the person giving them the information could be doing it on purpose to drop the person's stock. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with you. And that's why at the end of the day, this conversation got so many layers to it.
It
Because
does.
there's so many perspectives from the organization, from us as fans, from the future GMs that evaluate her, from Kennedy herself, because she's saying when those articles came out, hey, I got documented footage that saying I was a great teammate. She haven't put it out yet, but she said she got footage that debunked what they were saying. So, like I said, there's so many layers because there's so many people involved with this conversation. There's
Facts.
no resolution to the team itself put out a resolution to this situation or to Kenny Carter go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, let me address something real quick, man. Shout out to Brass Tacks for the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
Hey, he said, "Sup, family, go Bucks." All right, now we got that out of the way. Enough of the Kennedy Carter stuff. We got that out the way, guys. It's this is a conversation, man, that is hard because it gets thrown in the mix every time we go live, right? Because I guess that's how people feel about Kennedy Carter, and her name is going to come up. And soon as her name comes up, like everybody in the panel said, it's going to be some extra layers added onto it, right? It's not just what Zoe said about building a house and putting on these extra bedrooms, but that's basically what we're doing, man. Every time we talk about Kennedy Carter, it's nothing that can be an end all be all. It's more gasoline. Well, she did this, she did that. Now, like Bro Claude said, it's on video that she was cutting up. So that's an extra layer that we added and we talked about. And it's unfortunate that her reputation is out there the way it is. And that's something that's hard to go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you always can't, judge a book by its cover. But apparently what's going on around the league, she has written a whole book. You see what I'm saying? And everything is out there, regardless if it's positive or negative. So everything positive about Kennedy Carter, what's going on out there, the narrative is that's focused on all the negative things. All the negative things are outweighing the positive stuff that Kennedy Carter brings to the basketball court. And when Bro Claude talks about being blackballed, that's a real thing because of her talent. Her talent alone, she should be in the WNBA. People should covet Kennedy Carter more than what they do. But for some reason, it's not happening. And when we talk about it, Everybody wants to know why. And I come to this conclusion, we can't give you a definite answer. So when we try to answer it, I think some of the answers that people are trying to give back, some people don't want to hear that. But it's not a end all be all answer because there's no correct answer. We don't know. I don't know what the GMs are thinking about Kennedy Carter. I don't know why she got this label on her because, like y'all always say to it and y'all allude to it, there's different athletes around the WNBA that have attitude problems just as well as Kennedy Carter. They're feisty just like Kennedy Carter. You see what I'm saying? But they sweep that under the rug because it's Kennedy Carter. And like I said, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to keep it real. We wouldn't be having this conversation in depth like this if it wasn't for the incident that happened when they played against the Indiana Fever when she hip checked Caitlin Clark.
100%.
That's the issue. That's where all the cries came from. That's where the whole narrative came from. That's when we saw the big media outlets talking about what Kennedy Carter did to Caitlin Clark because of the fact that these people were out there with the honey on their chest glazing for Caitlin Clark at that time. Caitlin Clark couldn't do no wrong. So anything that happened to Caitlin Clark, it was talked about on mainstream media. So that never goes away. And I'm going to give you a prime example. The stuff that Skip Bayless did with LeBron James about the clutch gene and stuff like that, that has never went away. That is a talk. And see, now with Kennedy Carter, she's in a position where now that incident happens. Now it gets elevated. If that incident never would have happened, we wouldn't be having this conversation, guys.
You're right.
And that's a fact. That's a fact to me. If that didn't happen, and just like Elle said, nobody wants to talk about how that started. The reaction to the action that happened before that, where Caitlin Clark knocked Kennedy Carter down with an elbow and looked at her and said some words. So when they went back up court at the end of the third quarter, Kennedy Carter hit that jumper, ran up into Caitlin Clark, and that's where it all started. But I'm leave it alone. I'm gonna move on from that. But what do y'all think about what this Rose's team gonna make some changes, and then we're gonna get up out of here?
Listen, I'm gonna answer that question real quick. Is Nola Henry the right coach for this Rose basketball club? Nola Henry is not the right coach for any basketball club based on what I've seen.
Yeah, you just dropped it like that?
Dang. That's tough.
Hey, it is tough, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's her opinion. It's tough, but I mean, you can't.
And I'm open to hear
that.
a different perspective.
There's no
because I'm serious. I watched. I was not familiar with her prior to her being named the head coach for the Rose Basketball Club and Unrivaled.
Yeah.
What I have seen, and I'm talking about not just on the floor and her poor rotations and lack of just basic X's and O's. And I wanted to give her grace after the first game because I'm like, much like some of these ladies, this is their first time in a 3x3 format. And 3x3 is different than 3 versus 3. Mm-hmm. You'll know Quita broke that down on her channel, but it's very different. Okay. So I gave her grace because I'm like, this might be new for her, much like it is for many of the women who are playing in this format. Game 2, I was like, no, just like I said yesterday, yep, she on the clock because you don't have that much time in this season. And she hasn't shown that she's willing to make quick adjustments that make sense to put her team in a winning position.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say this when it comes to the changes. First and foremost, if one of those changes is to bench Angel Reese need to pull out and go back to Chicago and get ready for the season. Because at that point, you wasted time. And the reason why I say that because when it comes to Nola Henry as a coach, she already got me having red flags because she coached Azriel Stevens at LA because that's where she came from with
Yeah.
Kurt Miller.
Yeah.
She already coached Brittany Sykes because she had her at LA like I want to say
Yeah.
2-3 years prior. So she already, I think she played against or played with Khalil Copper. So to me, she already showing favoritism because Astra Caesar shouldn't be getting more minutes than Angel Reese. That's something wrong with that. When this woman is the marquee, the number one person that everybody comes to see. That's why if you notice, the previous game, the crowd is more neutral. When Angel plays, it's a sky crowd. That's why when she scored, they cheer. When she fouled, they boo because they all come to see her. They ain't come to see Otis, so they need to chill out with that.
Yeah.
And so if they if they come bitch her, I'm telling you, if they bitch Angel Reese, I'm not watching it no more.
Oh God.
Hey, but Ball, that's a great point. And that Otis
I said
thing,
the
man.
same thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if Nola Henry pull some crap and bitch Angel Reese, Angel, go home.
Yeah.
Jeff P. pull her out and say, "Come back, Chicago. Let's get ready for the season." Angel Reese got enough money; she can pay them back they little percentage and wipe her behind with it and just go
move
on by the
on,
business.
huh?
Because, like I said, I don't trust this coach. Or Teresa Weatherspoon get on the phone, go trade because they do trades in that league.
That's what
Go
I said.
trade.
I said Angel might demand a trade, boy.
Yeah. Go Teresa Weatherspoon. That's your girl. Go get on the phone. Trade her De'Erica Hamby. Let her start with your team. You know you're gonna play her 40 minutes anyway. So either one of those two things need to happen because at the end of the day, this Nola Henry, she can't coach. Her rotation's bad. Her guard play, she don't teach her how to play pick and roll, and then she playing backup bench people better than longer than the starters.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Yeah. All right, bro, Claude, man, what you got?
I'm here. It was so much that was said that I just kept my damn mouth shut. I'm serious. I'm 55, so I had to, sometimes, like my daddy was old country boy. Sometimes you just not gonna win when you're not gonna win. And that made a lot of sense to me. So I'm gonna shut my mouth on it. But far as what we talking about with the roses, I'm dissatisfied, I'm disgusted, I'm disappointed, and I'm confused. I'm so confused that if I was Angel's daddy, which I feel like I am, I would go out there and reprimand the coach, to the coaches. Hold on a second. Could you answer the door, please?
I will say this before Bro Claude gets back in here, man. I think this is what the panel got to realize, man. And I think this is what happens on the panel. Everybody thinks that they're up here to win a debate. This is not what it's about. To win a debate. I don't think we debating nothing. We just giving our opinions. So everybody thinks that they have to win. Like it's some people that come up on the panel and they think they have to win the topic of discussion. It's not about that. We having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that this platform, we not talking about winning anything. I understand where you're coming from, Bro Claude, but it's not about winning anything. We're giving our basketball takes and our opinions on certain things. I'm not up here to convince anybody of anything. These are my opinions. They're your opinions. And I'm not trying to win nothing. And like I said, I can stand to be corrected. If somebody says I misquoted something and they correct me, I'm standing to be corrected. Right. I'm not trying to win nobody over. That's not my job. This panel, we debating stuff. We talking basketball. We giving our opinions. You know what I'm saying? So if AD and me and AD going back and forth, I'm not going to loud talk him and think I'm better than him and saying you don't know nothing. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I validate his opinions I say it every time. Everybody that comes on this panel, I give y'all the opportunity because I validate what you guys have to say, and I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not up here to go back and forth with somebody just because somebody said something to me I don't like, and I'm getting mad at them and I want to disrespect them. I'm not going to do that. These are basketball takes, man. This is what this community is all about, man. We giving honest basketball takes, and for people to watch the show, be like, okay, they giving their honest opinion, but then I'm gonna have to keep it a buck though right now, because I get people that send me messages and comment about certain things that's going on my panel, and sometimes I let it get away, and I'll be like, okay, it is what it is. But now I have to be serious about it because I don't want things to go astray and people don't come back to the panel and you lose people out and you be like, Dad, you're doing a live, and the people that normally come on the panel, they're not here because something's being said. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to respect everybody's opinion. I'm not here to say I'm better than you. You don't know nothing. I'm not going to do that. All y'all's opinions are valid. I just wanted to get that out the way.
Yeah. So what I was saying was I wasn't coming from the aspect of the people on the panel. I know Sister Tony had addressed me, but I don't. At the end of the day, I think she kind of took it the wrong way of where I was going. But when I say win, meaning that I was just saying not the debate. I want to be clear, not the debate. I was saying when someone we're talking about someone that is seen in the wrong light on our team that we feel, because we all want Kennedy Carter. I want her, but all I'm saying is that sometimes misunderstanding is there, and I rather don't cut keep on with the confusion. I'd rather let's move forward. What else the positive thing, and what else that we need to discuss? And what we're talking about now is the Team Roses, and it's just that I was, I'm really coming from a situation. I know some of y'all seen my lives this morning. I'm very disappointed in what's going on with the Roses. I'm really disappointed. I think that I wouldn't crash out and say for her to lead a team, because that's just not her character. I'm taught to take much. When much is given and much is received, much has to be given. So I believe that that Nola had to have a sit down with someone else. Maybe it's Teaspoon, because Teaspoon seen it this weekend, and I'm sure Teaspoon going to go to her as a colleague and say what they're going to say, just like we talking to one another. So long story short, I think that it should be a situation where they need to get together this week one. I'm not going to crash out this week one. I'm not going to crash out. But I do disagree of how this weekend was handled. That's my take.
Gotcha. All right, Miss Tony, you got something to say before we let Duvall get in here?
I was going to say something real quick, then get out the way. It's if they bench Angel, she should go in middle court and take a squat and use the number one and then walk out the door. That's all I got to say. They playing with my own girl here.
Lord have mercy. No,
right.
we are not doing that.
All right, go ahead, Tony. What you got? What you got?
Well, y'all knew from yesterday how I feel about Nola Henry. I still say that Candace Parker need to come and take over. But if she can work on the defense part, put in Lexi Hall, put in Angel Reese, give them enough time to warm up and play before you start taking them out and putting them in and putting them on the bench. Because if you're going to rely on Kai, I love Kai, but Kai's not playing defensively. And as much as I love Chelsea Gray, she's not playing defensively. You got two defense players on there, and you're not utilizing them, and it just don't make no sense to me. And she on the clock for me as far as I'm concerned. And Candace Parker is my person I really would like to see replace her, because this is ridiculous at this point. You're playing with professional players, you're not playing with high school kids. We're not here to learn and grow.
Okay. Can I ask y'all a question just for a little confusion here right now?
Go ahead.
I'm just going to ask y'all a question just with a little bit of confusion. If Nola Henry was not coaching Angel Reese, would we be talking about Nola Henry?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, since I got that out the way, L, I know you got some things to say, so go ahead and address the chat in the panel.
Oh, it's just I think it was on Lakeisha and Key's stream yesterday, and somebody had made the mention about conversation about Azura Stevens and her not liking Angel. And I'm big on let's not speculate and start rumors, right? Mm-hmm. I watched the replay of the post-game press conference on Keisha's channel. What I will say is that it's important to remember that Stevens and Rakia are really good friends. They're not just teammates. They actually hang out together outside of basketball. And it appears that Rakia and Angel are not that cool or tight. So that's one thing. If there's an issue with Azura, all of the footage that we saw in the preparation before the Unrivaled season started, the practice tapes and all of that, Azura seemed cool around Angel, but we don't know. That could just be for show. Now, the other important thing is yesterday after both games aired, Azura shared it on her stories, but then it was also shared. She and Dana Evans are now in the same brand partnership with so that's interesting, because those deals don't just happen overnight. Who you're going to be in a partnership with. You don't know if there's conversations going on behind the scenes. Does Dana have any influence on Azura's perspective of Angel? And I think that's the horrible thing about anybody, but particularly what we're seeing with Angel is, by all accounts, it seems like she's a very sweet young lady. She's for the people, right? She wants to put people on. She's a sponge. She wants to learn. We've heard the stories of all the people want to play with her or want to be around her. So if you're a person that's sitting in the seat of feeling some type of way about her, and it's just based off of how she plays against you, like if you look at the clip where she took Shakira to the basket and got the and one, Shakira's face was like, what's wrong? She was mad. She was offended by Angel, but that's ball. And you got to keep the issue on the court, and what's off court, that's off the court. So if you're mad because she giving it to you on the court, or you feel like she taking something from you, step your game up. But don't let that cause an issue off the court, and don't let that cause an issue on the court when you're on the same team. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. All right, Key. I know you want to get back in here. Oh, you good?
I could go that. I could wait. I could wait.
AD, you got something? Okay, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to say something before we wrap it up. You got
nah, I ain't really got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna be watching, man. And
you know what happened? This Kennedy Carter beat us up, huh?
A little bit, I'm upset, man. I'm upset.
Yeah.
Don't crash out the sky, man. I really
we know you twerking for Nola.
No,
hold on, wait.
I see the looks on everybody's face, man. I think this Kennedy Carter conversation, man, it kind of zapped the sails of us, man.
A little bit. I really want to see Kennedy a part of the sky, and it seemed like we know what time it is with that, and that's
man. Kennedy coming back, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess we'll find out more tomorrow, won't we?
She gonna be a sky, y'all. Keep your hopes up, man. Kennedy gonna be on that sky roster, man.
Yeah, we're gonna just keep.
Don't look like that.
Wait, I do got one thing. My bad.
You muted.
Hey, you muted again.
My bad.
Okay.
You keep hitting the button.
It's an accident.
I saw that light go out. Go ahead.
But K-Sap, I followed you on X, brother. You ain't following me back, man. I,
Hold up, man. Hey, look. I told you. Hey, I don't know if you've been here before. Hey, you've been here. I ain't too. You know, I ain't.
Tech savvy.
Nah. I'm tech savvy. I don't really be on X like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Because when they talk about them Twitter Spaces, I'm confused and don't know what they're talking about.
My page is very new, but I followed
you.
You
need to get on Twitter. We was broadcasting the Twitter. We was doing.
I don't have like y'all know.
Key.
Everybody here got channels. I just come on to get my little. I don't got no channel and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just come on here to have fun and talk to y'all about basketball because I love the game.
Hey, is your initials AG? That's your
AD.
That's your, huh?
AD.
No, I'm talking about because I'm seeing it say follow back. Somebody, I gotta find you.
It's AD.
I don't see you. I don't see you as a follower, man.
It should be AD Live Entertainment.
I don't see that, man.
Matter of fact, I might have followed you on my daughter page.
See, look at you. See,
because I run her page too. I followed you on one of them.
Nah, hit the AD, hit the AD Live Entertainment, and then I got you.
I got you, bro.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna go in there and follow you on my page. Then
you see how he try to make me look bad, y'all? Y'all see that? You see how he try
to
make
everybody
me look bad?
else, if y'all got Twitter, follow me too.
Yeah,
please.
Hey, what's your Twitter handle? One of the mods will drop it off in the link in the chat.
It's at AD Live Entertainment, AD Live ENT,
AD Live ENT. Key, you got that? Because Key be dropping them. Key be on her. See, Key a new moderator, and she be on her job. I'm like, see, Key, you got to get on the other mods. They ain't doing the job, Key.
Stop that, because we be handling business.
I'm not talking about you. See, L, if a hit dog will holler.
Well, I ain't no dog.
You hollered though.
No,
we wasn't talking about you, L.
I'm speaking of. I said we. I didn't say.
I put all everybody link on there too, so I know what y'all talking about.
We be in the chat handling business.
Now they beefing at me. See that, Keisha? See now, AD. See what you started, AD, man.
Yeah,
I just followed you, AD.
Thank you. And my man Brooklyn. I follow Brooklyn too. He just followed me just now though, so he must be watching. Good looking, Brooklyn. I appreciate you, brother.
He should drop his link in the chat if you found it before me.
AD Entertainment.
AD Live Entertainment.
Yes, AD Live. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. Will it let me? I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you a moderator. I think you're a moderator, ain't you, Keisha?
Somebody put it in there already. Tiffany.
I ain't got but like 3 followers on my, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't about that. You're gonna get your following up right now, man.
You know what I'm saying? My channel, it ain't even a channel. It's whatever X. It's just new. I really just post stuff about my daughter.
You know AD, you have a channel on YouTube though?
I do, but I don't do nothing with it. I don't have not one subscriber. Like
well, you gotta work on it because I refuse to go back to X. I deactivated my account, so I want to follow and support as many of y'all as possible. But if you on X, it ain't gonna happen.
I ain't supporting no Elon Musk.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Keisha. I'm gonna go last.
All right, go ahead, Keisha. Go ahead. What you got before we get up out of here?
Oh, Nola. I would say this. I think she's gonna make some changes now. She's gonna make some changes, y'all. But is she gonna be the coach that y'all need her to be? Probably not. She's probably gonna. I'm just being real. Probably not. She's probably gonna leverage more of her players and let them help them. When I say more of her players, she's probably gonna lean heavily on Chelsea Gray. And probably let Chelsea Gray tell her what she's seeing out there on the court so they can fix it in practice. Because they got like a whole week to kind of try to fix it, look at the film and try to fix it. But 3-on-3, if you never coached it before and you've never coached 5-on-5 before, not head coach, she's probably been helping developing players, but that's not the same thing as coaching. So, yeah. I think she's probably going to lean heavily on the veterans. Now, if she benches Angel, I don't think she's going to do that because I just think everybody will turn on her. I don't think she want to go down that road. I think what she was trying to do is put Stevens in as much as possible, even though she probably wanted to start with Stevens, but she knew that wasn't gonna fly. So she started Angel. So I think that's gonna continue. I just think Chelsea Gray is gonna help her to understand that your rotations is not working. Because the first game, Chelsea Gray ended up playing most of the game, and she can't do that. Then the second game was more of a rotation. It was a crazy rotation. Chelsea Gray didn't play as many minutes as she did in the first game, but then it was still off. So I think she's going to have to, if it was me and I didn't know what I was doing, I would start listening to my players. You know, because everybody's had that moment. You know this, AD. Everybody's had that moment where, because I've been a part of a lot of teams. I wasn't coaching, but I was helping out, supporting the athletes. But I've all had that moment where a coach was late because the boys have told me, "Oh, Miss Lakeisha, we about to play 7-on-7 football. Where the coach is at? You got me until they get here. Line up. I'm gonna listen to y'all. Tell me what y'all running." Yeah. That's probably what she need to do, because if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you probably need to lean on other people, and especially for the defensive piece, because it is obvious that Kalia Copper is confused half of the time she out there. To me, it's obvious to me. So I'm just gonna say, until they fix that defensive part, I don't think it's offense. It's the defensive part. They getting frustrated because people just keep scoring on them, and then they have to go down there and try to score and keep up. It's exhausting to keep the score so close. You can't pull away at any moment. Yeah. I think she's gonna make a change, because that's the way she was looking in that. She was looking in that interview like, yeah, everybody's looking at me. That's how she looked to me. Like, everybody's looking at me, and I don't know what to say. That's my take.
All right, I got you, man. Hey, AD, I got you. I followed you. So
Thank you,
good
brother.
on
Thank
that.
you.
All right,
You
L.
know what you're doing.
L, what you got?
Uh-oh.
No. I'm concerned. I was actually just typing it in the chat because I thought I had took my time up. But I'm concerned. If we're looking at 3-on-3 for what it's supposed to be, and Political shared a really good take. 3-on-3 is not about the wins or the losses. Yes, it's a league, but the primary reason for Unrivaled is for the development, right? And if we're looking at that aspect of it, I'm with I think it was Duval who said earlier, like, if I'm Angel, I take my money, or I dip and just keep working with the trainers that she's been working with. The pause is she going to get better with just that in-game experience and being around other players? I do think that she will, but if we're looking at a development standpoint, and that's what the coaches are supposed to be doing, I don't see Nola developing Angel anymore than if she's developed, it'll be because of the in-game experience that she's getting, and then the vets, Chelsea Gray and Ka. That's it. And maybe Coach Mo, whoever Coach Mo is, I think she's the assistant coach, and she's been the one that's kind of been working with Angel on some stuff. But I don't see Angel being really developed in the way that we would hope she would be under Nola's leadership. She just sucks. It just is what it is. She sucks. She's a bad coach from what I see. And I've not seen every other coach. I didn't know anybody except for Phil and Teaspoon. And they all have come in and shown that they belong to be coaches in this league. Nola is the only one, in my opinion, who has not.
That's respect. Yeah. All right, what you got?
And I'll say this, and I hate that because I want to see every Black woman win, but she making it real hard. That's it.
All right, Key. What you got?
All right. I'm going to touch on a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Start from the beginning to the end. So, before we even came in, KSAP had, like maybe 10 minutes where he ran down how things are going to be done now and all of that. So if you just coming into this live, we'll just touch on it real quick. Say he wants things to be clear, clean, and concise. No cussing. Get to your point. Say what you got to say, and let everybody speak and respect it. I love having all these different perspectives, you know what I'm saying? Because we all come from different walks of life, things of that nature. So I like that we don't agree. You know what I'm saying? I like to go back and forth, and the respect that we have with each other. And I mean, it's all fun and games, y'all. I don't know if y'all be watching and y'all feel like, oh, it's getting intense. It's really not. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna pull up on each other. There's none of that going down. You know, this is all fun and games. We all care about each other. We all want our channels to grow. And we all respect each other. Also, with perspective is if KSAP is doing a live and I come up here, I gotta go with his lead. You feel me? I can't just, even though I have my own channel, I can't do what I do on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my channel. That's what I do. But on his channel, we gotta go with what he wants and what he wants to do, y'all. So we all
Respect.
don't gotta. Yeah, and I love that about this, and we all don't have to agree. Like we just don't, and it's not an issue if we don't agree. But we're still gonna say what our opinion is. Just because I don't agree, don't mean I'm just not gonna say my opinion or whatever the case may be. And I'm not trying to convince anyone of my opinion or be convinced, right? So I mean, I just love that we all have a different perspective and we care about each other, respect each other, and want each other to grow. And that's never going to be lost, y'all. So, because sometimes y'all be commenting like y'all want us to start beefing. That's not what this is. We're family, y'all. Like I am Zoe Media. That's family. We love what he doing. KSAP, everybody. So, don't y'all doing y'all own speculating in the comments, trying to make us go at each other. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So continue to show up and support what we're doing because it's big, and it's really beautiful what we're doing. So that's the first thing I want to touch on. Then the Nola situation. I kind of, when you brought me up, I kind of hit every point, but I just don't think she's the right coach. And I agree with Elle that she's not the right coach for any team at this point. It just looks like it, right? It just seems like she's not the right coach. She don't know her matchups. She don't know her substitutions. She don't, understand, how long Angel Reese should be in a game. Like, just simple things to me that I don't think you need to really have some, major experience to really just know, do, and understand. So it just seems like she's not the best coach for them. And again, Unrivaled makes money off of sponsorships and views, not the 850 seats. So you want it to continue to be competitive and you know who people want to see. So that's where KSAP, you might be right that there might be this secret in-season trade or something like that to balance out the team, so we're not watching blowouts. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Phantom, y'all, we talking about the Rose because we love them, but the Phantom got blown out. They might do something to make that change because they want the games to stay close and
competitive.
So, and they want people to watch. So, KSAP might be right about that, y'all. But ultimately, I hope that next year she's not back. I hope next year we see a different coach in her space. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's personal, y'all, because some people have brought up sabotage, things like that. I don't know if that's what it is. I think she genuinely don't know how to coach, y'all. I think she genuinely don't know how to coach. So I can't say it's sabotage or, whatever. I don't know what it is, but I don't think she's the best person for the team. And then the last thing, I'm okay with Kennedy or Jewel. I am okay with it. I just don't think the swap fixes the issue that the Chicago Sky has as a whole. And I think we lose more going out and getting someone else than we win. That's just my thought process on that. So I want to be clear that I'm cool with either player and things could be said about either player. And I'm not gonna put down Jewel Lloyd either. That's not what you never heard me say nothing bad about Jewel Lloyd. Never heard me say nothing bad. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it doesn't fix the issue around Chicago Sky and making them a better team and getting them to win. And that's ultimately what I want. It don't fix the issue completely, and you lose more by going in that direction than this one. But we can't control what the GM does, and I do question if we need to put down here, is Jeff P the right GM for Chicago Sky? Because I'm starting to think he is not the right GM, y'all. So Nola, Henry, and Jeff P, I'll be cool if we don't see them next year, y'all. That's all I got to say about that.
Good point. Duvall, go ahead and get in here.
Hello. I'm gonna say this. I stand on what I said. If they bench Angel take a squat on the middle of the court and walk out. There ain't nothing else to talk about at this point.
Oh, God.
And I say that because I mean this in all seriousness. She is the marquee. She is who everybody comes to see. She is the number one draw. Not Nafisa, not Brianna Stewart, not Alyssa Thomas, not Jewel Lloyd. You can name your favorite player. The number one marquee is Angel Reese. You don't bench her, especially if she's playing well. And you don't bench her because you got some politics and favoritism behind your reasoning. Because, like I said, she coached Stevens and she coached Brittany Sykes. And it seems like those two people are the people they playing the most. She playing them the most, like they start, like they coming to see them. They the replacement Temptations. They not the originals. I mean, what we doing here?
I got the sound bite for that, man. I got to clip them up. I got to clip Duvall up on that.
I mean,
Yeah, you gotta clip that up.
You gotta use that.
Yeah, I got
I
that.
mean, what we doing here? She playing them starters minutes, like you know what I'm saying, like she the draw, like they David Ruffin and
Now he remixing it. Like.
Hey,
Do you get
Duvall.
that?
Yeah.
Please
Hey,
tell me that.
Duvall, you can hear Duvall when anything happened with Angel, you could hear the entire oohs and ahs, Duvall. Like if she get caught on a foul and the crowd don't agree, they booing. You know what I'm saying? When she make an and one, the crowd screaming when it come to Angel on that court. So you're not lying. You're not lying at all, Duvall.
All right,
it's a whole game. You know what I'm saying? And so, and one last thing before I get away, I know I say silly stuff at times with whatnot, but I always try to come up here and provide a perspective on how I think, and I try to think not only as a player, but like a GM and like, you know what I'm saying, from a big picture standpoint. So I hope people don't take that the wrong way. I just really try to bring something else to the table besides, you know, something basic.
Got you, man. We
Appreciate
love
it,
you,
Duvall.
Duvall, man. Appreciate everything that you do on the platform, man. All right, Sister Tony, what you got?
I said my piece already.
Oh,
I
you
know
did.
you
I'm
just
sorry.
said me.
Yeah. Hey, the Eagles and the Redskins
Fly,
in the
Eagles,
NFC
fly.
Championship. Yeah. All right, go ahead and end it off, bro, Claude. Go ahead and end it off, man. Or you want me to drop the sound bite?
We here with my main man K-Sap on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, where he gives you the opportunity to stand up, say what you're gonna say, and leave it alone. This is the best podcast on planet Earth with my main man, and I love my panel members. This is the place to be. Now, what I have to say is that Duvall Dennis Edwards was a replacement of David Ruffin. You must remember. And he was a cold man. Sold a lot of records with the Temptations. Now, all the rest of the other stuff, yeah, I agree with you. She
now
should
you talking about Otis.
She should take a dump in the middle of the court and walk off and leave the jersey as it stands right there on top. You understand? But I would say it's the first week, y'all. It's the first week. Give Nola some grace. Yeah. I was upset all day. Key already know I was upset. I couldn't even sleep. I woke up upset this morning. So I just want to give her some grace. I got to come from an OG standpoint. Don't go down the block and start shooting up everybody's house. You know what I mean? Because you're angry. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that we got Saturday to come. Let's assess it Saturday. Let's not crash out like I said before.
No, you don't crash out.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna crash out after the next two games. That you're gonna see some crashing out. But you know, I respect your platform. I'm gonna crash out on mine where everybody can't respond at the same time. Listen, I'm gonna hold the same format because I'm gonna tell y'all this at the end of the day. I'm gonna be real quick. K-Sap is KSAP is running a platform that got big and high qualities, and I will say the expectation of a beautiful podcast that this is very high. And you have people like Sister L and all the other different people, you know what I mean, that's just watching that ain't even came up upon here. And from the point of view, he got people watching and willing to help him. So he has to clean some things up. And I'm with that 1000%. Because where there's no order, there is chaos. I say it again. Where there is no order, there is chaos. So I just want to give a shout out to my main man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. Sister L, Sister Lakeisha, my sister Tony, my baby niece Kay. I appreciate y'all. And AD, you already know where we at.
We love you. Love you. We love you.
Love y'all.
Bro Carter. I
Love
know you
y'all.
like using my name, but I love you, sir.
You are, you know, I'm gonna love my sister Tony.
No, don't start now. So you already, you know, KSAP gonna start. Don't start that now.
I love my
sister.
We're not. We good, man. We good. We
I dropped everybody's links in the chat, y'all. Make sure you subscribe
Appreciate
to
you, Key.
everyone's
Appreciate
channel. Everybody has something to give to you, so just make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel because you never know when they're gonna go live or drop a video. So check the chat out. I dropped everybody's link in there.
Appreciate you, Key. And yeah, whatever border you want, just let me know. I take care of you.
Oh, you know how to do it?
I'm the one that does this.
Oh,
You
how
thought somebody
much?
did, you thought somebody did this for me?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought you
I
paid
do.
somebody to
No,
create that
I
for
do.
you.
I do.
I
all
did.
my
I
stuff.
did, KSAP. I did.
Did
I
what?
didn't know you do this.
Yeah, like I thought you paid somebody to do that.
Yes.
Bro, Claude, stop that, man.
No,
Hey,
no,
okay,
no, no.
first,
I'm talking about you know how to do certain things, but I didn't know you did the whole entire thing, man.
Bro Club, how you gonna say that when
Could
he
you please take care of my
literally
stuff?
help you with your stuff?
No,
Man,
no,
I
he
did
did
all
not.
this
Listen,
stuff
he
that y'all
just he
see.
just
You
directed
see how they
me.
treat you, KSAP? They treat you like a stepchild.
No, that's not what I was
No.
saying,
They
Tony.
Tony,
see how they
what
treat
it-
you like a
that's how I
stepchild.
came
Well, guess
across.
what, KSAP, you
You
finna
know
get
what
my
I'm saying? KSAP,
password.
you did everything for them, and
You
they
get
gonna
busy,
sit up here
KSAP.
and tell this
Hey,
bold
listen.
lie
What?
that you don't,
Hey,
they don't know.
exactly. Before we
No,
get
I
up
did
out of
not
here,
tell a lie. I do
people
not tell a
know
lie.
I love
Now
a
the
visual.
truth changed. Now
Hold
I'm
on,
just
guys.
messing.
Hold on once.
It's a
Hold on once,
misunderstanding.
bro, Claude. Everybody knows, man, I love a visual. Presentations half the battle. You know what I'm saying? You got good presentation. People like good presentation. Then whatever comes after that, whatever comes. But to your question, Key, everything that you see that's on my platform, one-man band. I did all this.
Okay.
You know, I Keisha's daughter did her overlay, and it was tight. She sent it over to me. I made some adjustments so everything will fit in. And like I said, like when you're doing a show, like the two overlays, like the way I like to orchestrate my panel, I'm off by myself because I'm the host. Then I got everybody else in the panel. I got my rundown, then I got my little stuff, my graphics and all that. I do all this. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody help me out. I do all this, man. You know, I run all this. I made all this.
Okay.
So anything that you see on my panel, I did this.
In other words, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. That's
Hey, it
the
look good too,
My
bro.
daughter
It look real
did,
good.
man. In case
Real
I know
good,
that my
man.
daughter
Seriously.
did mine.
Yeah,
so
she
I
did yours, but
use
bro,
it.
Claude, what I want to say to you is like some of the stuff that when you put up on your screen, you covering up half of the stuff that people want to see.
Okay. Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. Like, if I'm sitting here doing this, and if I want to bring an article up, I know Elle probably didn't see the interview. Well, you saw it because you looked at it on Keisha's page. Like when I bring the media in, I don't want the media to cover up nothing that I'm doing on my screen. So watch this. I'll bring the media in. Like I'm gonna bring this picture up. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm bringing this picture up. You see that picture didn't cover me up or nothing.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
So now
I don't know how to do that.
y'all see that visual, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
now, like if I bring the video up,
always. So just trying to be level-headed, never
I
too
do all
high,
that.
never too
I
low.
created all the
And also
graphics.
just trying to make sure I'm
Okay.
leading in the right way and leading by example.
No, I
First
know
two games,
that
the
when you had
competitor
that
in me is
conversation with
upset
Coach,
naturally.
you know what I mean?
But
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't ask the questions and go up in the
Yeah.
business, but I just wanted to. I'm
Yeah.
here to learn.
Yeah,
You know what
I got you.
I did
Like
not
if y'all
know.
need me to create y'all something, just let me know.
Yeah, man, you gonna
Because I
have the
want all y'all
password. What
stuff
you
to look
talking about?
good.
Yeah, you gonna get the password at this
So
point.
even if I want to transition out of something, Key, I don't know if you saw this. Check this out.
Oh, that's
nice.
cool.
That's dope, man.
You
I
see?
can't lie. That's so
And
No,
see,
that's
and you see
cool.
how it brought me back to
That's
that. See, I'm on the big screen now. Now I got my breaking news to the side. Now if I want to bring y'all back in, now y'all back in and see how I go off to the side by myself.
Okay, well, I don't know where I gotta, send. I guess you can send me your email
Man,
in the
you
private
finna get.
chat.
I'm put it in the chat. The back.
Yeah,
the,
and then if you
on
could do
the-
that for me, I'm and
Yeah.
let me know how much it is, whatever.
Nah. Look, it ain't about that. You're part of this community. We want everybody to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. So we
You see
got
how they got a replacement Temptation at the press conference? Like she the star. Like she's David Ruffin. There's something wrong with that picture.
I told you Dennis Ep was sounding really,
Well,
really good.
with that, the
man.
reporters ask who they want to talk to, y'all. Sometimes that's
Yeah,
just
that's
who
what Key did say. Key did say, corrected me on that. She said the reporters do ask
yeah, who they
who that
want to
is.
talk to.
Hey, Key,
Remember
there's my
Duval?
email address right there. I put it up on the screen.
Okay.
Hey,
There's my
remember
email
Duval?
address right there.
It was a day on September that was Dennis Edwards. Remember?
No,
Remember now.
I think she had the highest score that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why she was sitting
With
there.
2 M's? It's with 2 M's?
What you mean 2 M? Oh, nah,
Yeah,
1 M. Simply. I'm sorry. I'm glad you caught that. That was a spell check. It's just one. It's simply ball dropping it. .com. KSAP. Yeah, just send me what kind of design you want, and we'll hook it up.
Right.
Give me your color scheme, what you want on it, and I'll come up with a design for you.
I'm on that right now.
Say
Right
less.
now.
Nah, bro, Claude, yours is all right. You just need to put it in so you can add the camera slots and the media slots so it don't cover up your
Right.
face
I don't know how to
when
do
you
that,
talk.
K-Sap.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I don't know how. I know my daughter showed me the stuff that y'all see me doing. My daughter showed me that she like over and over again.
Yeah.
But I got her during the Christmas holiday, the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday.
Nah,
so
it's
she showed me
good,
some
but
of the stuff.
you just got to figure out where you got to put it at so you don't cover yourself up.
Yeah, that's what I got to know. Camera work. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it, y'all.
It's all in here, man. You just gotta maneuver through it. You know what I'm saying?
Ignorance is a bliss. I can say I'm ignorant at certain things. I'm all right with that. That way I learn.
Yeah, got you. But nah, man, we had a great show. But Key, I don't know if you see this transition. Like I can change up this transition. You see the screen? Oh, let me get my comment off of there. But just to show you some of the things that you can do, just watch the transition. Like you see how I changed that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's nice.
And
But you gotta have the because I'm not subscribed to you know what I'm talking about, the StreamYard. You gotta be subscribed to do all of this.
Oh, you don't have the not subscribe. You don't have the subscription for it?
No, it's just
Oh yeah.
the free
Nah, I think it's only certain things that you can do with the free plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, I'm still gonna email you for the border.
Okay.
I gotta start there. Everything has the duck and all of that around me. So
yeah, get that duck off of there. Yeah.
But yeah.
But other than that, man, hey, I do appreciate everybody in the chat, man, that held it down. I appreciate everybody respecting what was going on today. I really do. I appreciate everybody that heard what I said to start the show off. Like I said, man, and out of the words of Key, clean, clear, and concise. That's what we're trying to, achieve here. Because sometimes, like I say, I listen to some of these playbacks and somebody's making a point and somebody else is over talking. I'm like, dang, man, that botched up their whole opinion because I couldn't hear it. And Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it makes it hard. I just did what you were talking about. I apologize. It makes it hard when you're trying to do recap videos.
Yeah.
And then y'all know because KSAP shares with you, but we're working on things. It's not just ladies' night. It's getting this show and this platform to a place where Simply Ball Dropping Podcast can be considered for an Emmy or a Webby Award. And then that opens up the door for other creators on this platform to get visibility for their channel. So there's always a method to the madness. And I say it, every time I'm talking and, ADP calls me Professor L or Lawyer L, depending on the day. It's not because I'm trying to belittle anybody. It's because I know where this man wants to go. And I know what, like, I know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, your awards, yeah.
I'm trying to help.
That's how you flex on somebody.
That's a flex.
I thought the Matrix had got her.
I thought something happened, boy.
I'm looking like, what happened though? That's
But
how you flex.
L got a great point, and I appreciate you saying that, L, man. And like I said, man, everybody on the panel, I appreciate everybody on the panel, all y'all's takes and opinions. Appreciate y'all bearing with us, man. I know things can get testy at times, man, but we smoothing that out, man. It's all love and respect, man. And everybody in the chat, appreciate everybody in the chat, all the moderators and all the members and stuff like that. But somebody just made a comment talking. Hold on, even Rap said your monitors can't be timing out people who are respectfully saying their opinion. I don't get it. What do you mean timing out? See, I'm confused by that. People talking about they've been put in timeout. Like how are people being put in timeout? I don't.
And usually moderators
I'm missing something.
Are not timing you out for a respectful comment. You're likely trolling or something.
Yeah,
so.
Right. Gotta be.
Yeah.
When they trolling KSAP, there's a thing on there where you can give them a certain amount of timeout, or you just delete the message. So if you're saying something reckless, they're going to put you on timeout.
All right, got you, man. And shout out to Brian Allen Hines for the $2 super chat. He said another excellent podcast. Shout out to KSAP. I do appreciate that. Okay, so Nate said Brooklyn's still on timeout. See, that's what I got to research. I got to find out like who put Brooklyn in timeout. I'm confused, man. Like
wait, are they saying timeout on your channel or timeout on YouTube? Period.
On the channel.
On the channel. See, I'm confused. Like
I know from a moderator standpoint, you can only put somebody in timeout for 24 hours. That's
so
it.
Somebody, I guess, because I don't always look at my phone while I was doing it. Yeah, and he said that somebody put him in timeout. Now I put on the screen like timeout. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. So now I see he put a message to our chat saying somebody put him in timeout. How do I find out who put who in timeout? That's I'm confused.
It has the name of the person that does it. So whoever did it,
where do I find that at?
It would
you should be it would show on the chat that who did it. So you're gonna have to go back before you come out.
Go all the way back to the chat.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know once you get off if it's going to still be in there. But if you like how you're live right now, we can wait and you can go through and check to see who did it because it will show the name of the person that did it.
So I got to go all the way because I know in the replay I can
look. I don't run this thing. I'm just telling you what I see.
I'm asking. That's what I want to find out. Who's putting people in timeout? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, the other thing is if you're a moderator and you're watching from your phone and you do see some inappropriate behavior and you're going to put somebody in timeout, you have to pay extra attention because the chat is moving so fast. You could inadvertently put the wrong
somebody else. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So I don't think anybody would have intentionally put Brooklyn
on timeout because Brooklyn. I read his super chat. And he said right after the super chat, somebody timed him out, and I'm confused. I gotta figure that out.
And I have seen other people be put in timeout for sharing a perspective that really wasn't a big deal. Like it just
moderators, we got to monitor that a little better.
Yeah.
Like you gotta use your judgment. Go ahead.
Can you set a ruling of what is to you, because it's your page, what you consider, because what I might consider something that is out there, right? L might not consider it that way. So
But
you
there's
know,
no
you
race,
gotta set a rule.
no racial stuff. I mean, if it's racially motivated stuff, then I can see that. Get them out of here. You can put them in timeout. But if it's just
Right.
an opinion and y'all might not agree with it, that is not egregious.
Okay.
You can let that go. But if you're trying to, you know, disrespect somebody using racial stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all make y'all's clear judgment about that. But if it's
No,
just an
case that you
opinion,
got to set the rules, because if you don't set a rule, and I
no, I'm
think
talking what
something
race,
is
anything racial that people know that's racial, get it out of here. But if
okay.
it's just an opinion about a certain basketball player that you don't like, you got to let that fly. You can't time nobody out for that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What did he get time out for? What did he say that he got time out?
I don't know. I didn't see it, so I can't tell you what he got time out for.
They saying it looked like it might have been an accident. It might have been an accident.
It got to be, because I read his super chat, and then after that he sent me a message, and I put on the screen. I'm like, time out. I'm like, I'm confused. So yeah, we'll figure that out going forward. We'll figure it out. But
one last thing, Bro Claude, congratulations on 1,000+ subscribers, Bro
he's
Claude.
almost at 1,100.
That's dope.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, my brother. For real.
Yeah.
Congrats.
He's almost at 1,100.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this the truth. L, I thank you, L, for a lot that you, since you didn't came to the panel and came up. You've been here probably before me, but you finally had came up after me. I thank you for, you know, a lot of the things that you say, because my son do the same thing you do. And he was telling me some things, and then it's not heard. It's not heard unless I get that second opinion, and you definitely was a second opinion. You just was talking in general. You weren't talking about me. You was just talking in general, and then of course you always talk about what we could do better here on what you know what I mean on KSAP channel and panel. So I thank you, L, and I thank Sister Keisha and Sister Tony for kicking it off, because Sister Tony know what we started. You know, we was like at 300 something. I had the channel up for a long time, but we was like at 320. And then me and Sister Tony kicked it off. And I appreciate KSAP for just giving me the idea. And also, I'm able to be an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast that holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight with a lot of people. This man got a lot of respect and can open a lot of doors if y'all just follow the leader, man. If y'all just see what he's doing in his vision. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about the panel. The man know what he's doing. He's getting guidance from everybody. He's just not just doing something. He's just not reacting the way he reacting. He seek counsel. He talks to people. He go over it even before his live. So, you know, I'm just following the leader. And I appreciate everybody. And I appreciate all of my, you know, my family that's here in the chat. I thank y'all for even going over to my channel and liking and subscribing. So I ask for nothing else, nothing no more. And that's it. I land my plane.
And I appreciate that. Appreciate all the kind words, man. And like I said, man, it's respect to everybody that's in the chat. And we love the chat, man. I mean, the chat, you know, keeps it popping. Like I said, YouTube is finicky. YouTube wants that engagement. They want the people in the chat. They want the comments, man. So we got to be mindful of some of the things we say, but then we got to take a step back and say, hey, that wasn't too egregious, man. Why did they get put in timeout? You know what I'm saying? But if it's anything racial, man, nah, we're not going to tolerate that. But if you have an opinion and you say something, that's your opinion. I can't tell my moderators to put you in timeout for that. But we have to monitor the chat a little bit more. It's hard for me to monitor the chat. That's why I got moderators, because I'm up on the panel having, you know, topics of discussion. And sometimes, like El said, that chat be moving too fast for me. Sometimes I miss a lot of things, man. I know everybody wants all their comments to be addressed, but unfortunately, guys, I can't address everybody's comments. It's unfortunate until these streaming platforms come up with a different way. If a comment comes in and it automatically populates to the board, then that's how it's got to be. But it's just hard, man. And I apologize if y'all say, well, you're not looking at my comment. Come on, man. I can't. It's y'all know. Yeah, I don't even know what else. But people, you understand what I'm saying? It's hard.
You have over 100 and something people. It's impossible for you to be trying to put up.
That's what I'm saying. And then they don't see what I see on my screen, because I have the live production in the broadcast. When them chats move, they move. So I can't just scroll up and be like, damn, it's hard, and then to listen to what really is going on the panel, man, because the panel, man, without the panel, man, y'all just don't understand, man. The panel makes it pop. And then the chat just elevates it. But when you have people on your panel that love talking about what they love talking about, y'all can understand why sometimes it gets chippy. But like I said, I'm not up here to win nobody over on no debate and I proved you wrong. Nah, I'm not about that. I'm about everybody giving their opinion and we making this thing work. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, without the panel, this ain't gonna work. So we're gonna keep moving forward. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Y'all know I don't go live early, but I thought I'd go live early, on this Sunday. But everybody, man, I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of y'all's day back, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody that's watching. You know what I'm saying? But do me a favor before y'all leave out the door, just drop a like on the video. I would appreciate that. And I appreciate AD for being on the panel, man. He's came back. You know what I'm saying? We love having you here, AD. We love your perspective. Duvall, Duvall. I gotta say something about Duvall. Duvall gonna keep me in the loop of everything, boy. Laval, boy, he be hitting me up. It could be 3:00 in the morning. I wake up, there's a message from Duvall. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, Duvall, keeping me in the loop. Sister Keisha, you know how I feel about you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great things. You and Key, y'all call a great game, unrivaled. And when Bro Claude is on there, when y'all calling these college games, man, there's some excitement in there, man. So I do appreciate that. We always got to give it up to L, man. L is like I'm gonna say L is like the mother of the group, right? She keeps all the kids in order. Yeah. She keeps all the kids in order, but she brings a genuine, perspective to what we're doing, man. And she's been in this business for a long time, and she knows what it takes, and she sees the vision. We ain't got to talk about it. We ain't got to get off into that L. We already know what we discussed behind closed doors. So, kudos to L. Appreciate you always showing up on time and on target and donating as well, supporting. And Sister Tony, I'm glad that you're back. You know what I'm saying? I knew you took some time off.
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
But Sister Tony.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you're back.
Working for Sister Tony.
Yeah, so we're glad that you're back in
you got honey on your chest. You're gonna twerk for me.
Yeah. And one thing to our newest member of this community, Sister Key, man. She's come in off and running. Her knowledge about talking sports is undeniable. She has a lot of things that she wants to say, and she gets it out, like she says, clear, clean, and concise. That's her. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that, think about Key. She's doing a great job on her channel for just starting out. I think she's eclipsed over 100 subscribers already. Her views are getting up there, and it's just things that she brings to the table that's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody that comes on the panel, y'all bring a different perspective, a different dynamic. Everybody, we all got our different ways of, walks of life. You know what I'm saying? We all got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes on our late podcast, we might get off into the D block and we'll tell our stories. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got to have somebody keep you on your toes, man. And that's what she's doing. Like sometimes,
can I say something?
Key, you don't want to get us after midnight.
Yeah. Oh, she ain't been on one of the midnight vibes, boy. Because it's no holds barred.
Don't do it, Key. Don't do it, Key.
Go ahead, Tony.
The D block. It's the D block.
Go ahead, Tony. What was you going to say?
L, I've been messaging you, and I'm gonna put you out on street. Since you don't want to reply, I ain't even talking about the recipe no more because I'm not vegan anyway. So, but I had addressed you about something, and you still have not hit me up yet. That's okay.
All right,
You on my list. You on my list. Just
Respond to your
one.
emails.
You on my list.
But yeah, Key, when we on the D block, Key, it's a little different. Go ahead,
As K-Sep would say, I'm going to the corner shop.
Yeah.
Did you email me, Tony?
Yes, I did.
Okay, something
I
is
got
wrong.
receipts. I got receipts.
Slow down, grasshopper. You better
It's
slow
a cat
down.
fight. A cat fight.
Pump your brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna sit back. I'm finna go get my popcorn. I'm finna go get my popcorn right now.
I'm going to the corner, like K-Sep would say. I'm going to the corner store.
I heard what. Listen, you don't want to go there with me because I still know how to put that Vaseline on my face and to pull a blade out my.
Hey, then we both gonna be doing the same thing. Then we both gonna be doing the same thing. I'm from New York
I ain't
too.
scared of you. I ain't
scared of
scared
you
of you. Now, before you come at me, make sure you come correct.
Hey, I got my hair up. Come on, let's
Baby,
go.
I will take that wig off, and I got straight Cleo braids on here. So don't play with me. I don't fool around.
Oh my God! K-Sep, what are we doing here?
I'm about to get off.
K-Sep, what are we doing here?
Nah, let Elle go and finish. Let her go and finish.
I'm about to get off because we having family dinner at my mama's house in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Ask Keisha and ADP. Something is wrong with my email.
All right. You can stop right there.
So hold on.
Right
I created the podcast network on Instagram so that we would have an easier way to communicate. And then we also have the band app for the ladies' night for the Simply Dropping podcast. So if you can't reach out to me, no, I'm not ignoring you. I don't ignore people. Even if you done piss me off, I'm going to address you. I'm not ignoring you. You ain't gonna get up on this man's platform week after week and be harassing me, all right?
Now check this out. Before we go, did y'all hear what Elle said? Before we go, did y'all peep what Elle said? Listen, chat. Hold up, panel. Y'all got to be quiet. Did y'all hear what Elle said? She said simply draw dropping.
Oh Lord,
draw.
Yeah, dropping her drawers. She said simply
Hey,
draw dropping.
it's too early for
I know
this.
it's too early, but she said it.
It's supposed to be after
Sorry,
midnight.
baby.
You don't
All right,
do
all right.
this
We
during
gonna
the
wrap
day.
it up.
I did not say that. I
Hey.
said, well,
Hey, no,
sorry,
you didn't.
baby.
I'm gonna go clip it, Elle. I'm gonna clip it, Elle. I got you. I got you
Y'all
on the
got
clip.
my baby on this.
She said simply draws dropping. Yeah.
Oh my
I'm gonna clip it.
Okay.
now you adding an S to the end, and that
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
not
clip
what I
it. But
said.
look, hey, I appreciate everybody love and respect. But before we get out of here,
We on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sep. The baddest podcast on planet Earth, baby.
Hey, that sounds good. Yeah,
Get your ass right and get my girl snapped up. I'm right down the street. Yep. You are on the clock. West side is watching, boy. Get your stick right.
yeah. But with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Much love and respect. I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Deuces.
All right, y'all.